The rear side of the gun, we have a sling mount that can switch sides for ambidextrous use, which is really simple just by taking off the stock and the buffer tube and switching it over. I'll have that in a take apart of the gun tomorrow. The stock, really nothing special, holds the battery, 6 position like your standard stock. The only complaint I have is the first couple times you're taking this butt plate off, which is really nice rubberized. You have to put these 2 prongs down and slide off. And these 2 prongs in a game can get really stiff. You have to press down pretty hard on them. So, if you're trying to change your battery in the middle of a game, be wary of that. Maybe practice a little bit before you go to your first game. Guys, it took me a little bit to get the butt plate off from this angle. Here we are with the rubberized butt plate. No problems with it. Doesn't come off. Better than those screw-in butt plates. Feels really comfortable on the shoulder. Now here's how you put the battery in. I've actually had a slight problem with putting in the battery, so if you want to put in the battery, I have a good technique. So you have to remove this plastic piece right here and put your crane stop at its lowest position, and this will expose itself. Clip the female end to the male end, and you should have no problem, unlike me. And then you can just slide it in, and then you have to kind of cram in the wires here. A little bit of a problem, doesn't really matter. Here we are, put the butt plate on. You're ready. Here on the other side of the receiver, you may notice that this fire selector is not ambidextrous and is primarily made for right-handed people. But that's not much of a problem for me. I can shoot both ways. Doesn't really matter. You have here unfunctioning spring release. The top tack line of G&Gs, which should go for around, I believe, $300 to $400. This is actually a functioning spring release, and if you don't know what that does, it means when you're firing and you let go, the spring's halfway, and so it's pressurized and there's tension on it, and releasing it will increase the life of your spring. Here on the other side of the receiver, you may notice that the fire selector is not ambidextrous and is primarily made for right-handed users. Also, right here is the spring release, us airsofters call it, but on the Combat Machine series, it is not a functioning spring release. It really is there for aesthetics. But the G&G Top Tech lineup, this is actually a functioning spring release, meaning that if the spring is ever halfway and there's tension on it, it'll release the spring, extending the life of your spring substantially. Also a feature of the Combat Machine lineup is dynamic blowback, and if you don't know what that means, there are blowback guns out there, AEGs, but that puts a lot of stress on the gearbox and it's just prone to malfunction. But on these, it doesn't necessarily cycle the full way every time. But what it does is the excess air just pushes this back a little bit, adding a little bit of realism. Is pretty cool. There's no actual recoil, it just looks nice. But pulling this charging handle back will reveal your hop-up unit. Just a wheel, just a screen wheel here. If you pull clockwise, the hop-up will be engaged, and if you go counterclockwise, hop-up will be released. Also, there is the mag release button here. Really nothing to it, nothing special. It's only on this side. Does the job. One thing I noticed though, with the mag that comes with it, there's almost no wobble, and I hate when there's wobble in a gun, meaning that there could be feeding malfunctions, or sometimes there could actually be nothing. But there's one good thing that I think G&G did. As you notice, I'm pretty sure you found out that I love G&G a lot more than other brands, except KWA. Those guys are pretty awesome. Like I said before, this gun shoots around 330 to 340 FPS at around 22 to 23 rounds a second. Now, it's nothing too crazy, not like a KWA, but for indoors, it's pretty good. Straight out of the box stock gun, no upgrades. You have yourself a reliable gun, not going to bail on you in the middle of a game. Maybe want to buy a few extra batteries and some big caps, but overall, well spent $200. If you're looking to upgrade a gun or learn how to take apart airsoft guns, I would definitely recommend this as well. It's really simple to take apart, really nothing to it. I'll have a video on that coming out soon, along with a shooting review. Because of the short barrel and it's made for CQB, you're really not going to get insane range or accuracy, but it's pretty impressive for a gun its size. I've seen other guns a little bit longer than it that have shot way worse, so definitely a good buy. I've spent $300 on guns that aren't as good as this and reliable, so go to Airsoft GI, check it out. It's $200, and while you're at it, look up CatcherBin27 on YouTube. My good friend who's going to be help me put together some of these airsoft videos while I learn how to video edit a little better. This has been Thomas from S&B Airsoft. Thanks for watching. Maybe even click that like button below, or maybe that red box above, subscribe. We've got a few more videos coming out this week. Hopefully you guys will watch them. I have a lot of fun making these videos, and I have a lot more to come. Also, come check out my friend CatcherBin27 by helping me out editing my videos. He also has a YouTube channel. He makes some really good tech videos. I would check him out. Link in the description. And I'll see you guys next time.